Half a day, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from and what time you happen to be watching this as part of a replay. Yes, I know I was running just a couple of minutes late. I uh, I forgot to start my rice. Gotta have my rice for today's meal. And what is today's meal, you ask? In case you didn't see the thumbnail, it does have to do with chicken. Um, and that's going to be the first thing we're going to prep, because with the chicken we want to give it just a little bit of time while I'm prepping the other things, to marinate a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and get my cutting board, and let's get you guys sketchiated. So again, we got boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And what I'm going to let it marinate in, normally I do soy sauce, but I told the hubby I wanted to do something slightly different with today's cooking. So I'm going to use teriyaki sauce. I haven't used teriyaki sauce in a while. So here we go. Don't forget, while you're here, whether it's part of the live stream, which I appreciate, it's Mossy, but don't forget to smash that like button while you're here. So I'm doing about a 3/4 cup of teriyaki sauce. And it's pretty much a 1-to-1 when it comes to adding water to it. And just adding a little bit of vinegar. Just your regular vinegar, nothing special about that one. I'll go ahead and add the water. Just give that a quick stir. Right now, for those of you guys that are just popping in, we are just making the marinade using teriyaki sauce. And even though teriyaki sauce, it does have a little bit of that sweetness more than that saltiness, I'm still going to up that sweet flavor. I'm just adding a pinch of brown sugar. Just all right, let's taste that. Oh yeah, it's what I like. But I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more. Just a splash. because I'm going to go ahead and just pour a little bit of this marinade back into the measuring cup, because as I'm cooking, I want to use fresh marinade to throw into the pot. I am going to add fresh onions to the marinade as well. So we are going to start with the onions. Again, don't forget to smash that like button while you're here, y'all. I am making chicken teriyaki. Oh, someone asking? Oh. You were asking. Sorry for the silence there, y'all. So I am just prepping the onions. I put some in the marinade, and I'm also going to be sauteing the chicken in them as well. I was able to get myself more minced garlic. I know this is the next best thing to fresh garlic without the additional mess of having to peel them, you know, chop them up. It's already minced for you. So I'm putting just a little bit in the marinade. And I will be throwing some in the pot for that extra garlicky flavor. So like I said, I just prepped the onions. Chopped onions. Let's go ahead and start getting the chicken ready. To make it just a little bit easier, I am going to use gloves. Hey GP, good afternoon. I am live streaming to y'all from the good old, big old state of Texas, Central Park to be exact. We are getting ready to just dice up some chicken. My chicken is already defrosted, but what I'm going to do in this step is, again, I'm using skinless, boneless chicken thighs, is I'm going to try and remove some of the fat that's on here. Well, basically, I am just going to cut them into strips, and the reason why I want to cut them into strips is just to make it a little easier to soak up some of the marinade, since I'm not letting this cook over, marinate for a few hours. So I already got the marinade of teriyaki, a little bit of vinegar, touch of brown sugar. There's diced onions in there, and I do have minced garlic. And we're just going to throw those in there. But again, just trying to remove what fat I can see. See, some parts definitely have more fat than the others. And sometimes I don't mind leaving just a little bit of fat on there because that just adds a little bit more flavor depending on how you're cooking it. Yeah, I know. As I'm removing some of the fat, I am removing a little bit of the meat, but that's okay. I should go ahead and turn on some island music, huh, babe? that Eric or? Hi, Eric. Half a day. Just cutting up some chicken, tossing it into my marinade. We'll let that marinate for just a little bit. Just trying to remove some of the fat. No music? Because I don't know if it's on the iPad, if we've got the radio station. Right here. There's a little bone there. Ah. There we go. Is it? No, can't do both, huh? Okay, that's fine. Just play the radio. I'd rather. Right now, you've got music courtesy of Guam Isla 63, right? Guam Isla 63. Right, that was the name of the channel. Yeah, Isla 63. Music that it's a radio station in Guam, where I'm from. For those of you guys that are new to my channel, welcome. Last one. I need to sharpen my knives. I was saying I need to sharpen my knives.
Are you using the one that comes with the sharpener or no?
Yes.
It comes with a sharpener.
Yeah.
Sharpen your knife.
Well, I didn't sharpen it recently, so. Yeah, the sheath to this knife that I'm using, it does have a sharpener on it, and most of the time, before I start using it, I'll give it a quick couple of swipes on there. That's the language you're hearing. That's also Chamorro. That's the language we speak in Guam as well. All right, so there we go. We've got they're just put into strips of my boneless, skinless thighs sitting in the marinade. And let's see, should I do it here, back there? I am just getting a pot of water going, and that once it's boiling, I am going to be doing a flash boil of some broccoli. And so along with my teriyaki chicken, I am going to be making crab salad. So while the water is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and huh? It just depends. Not all of the music is flagged, so it just depends. So this is my favorite imitation crab meat to use. To make crab salad, you can use real crab meat, of course, which I've done that, but growing up, especially, I mean, even on Guam, of course, we have the real stuff. Can't deny that. Real crab meat is delicious, especially the type of crabs that we have on Guam. But Even as my teenage years, as I um, trying imitation crab meat, still love using these as well. So again, when you're making crab salad, you can use the real stuff, but me personally, I like I like the imitation. It's the chunky or the flake style, so it's already in pieces. But you want to go ahead and kind of still chop it up to smaller pieces. Because you definitely don't want them too chunky. Making a little bit of a mess. If you end up finding big chunks still left as you put them into the bowl, you can just use your fingers and to tear it apart. I didn't want another full pack of the crab meat, so I just bought one of the snack size where they come in strips basically. And this is growing up, this was one of the ways that I would buy them, and I'd be like, when I'm using it, a little bit for my food, a little bit of a snack for me. Sorry, I can't see the names, but hello. Thank you for joining. I am just trying to mince up some imitation crab meat for my crab salad. All right, I'm just going to give this a quick rinse. So my water for the broccoli is pretty much boiling the way I want it to. I did add some salt in there already, so that's salted water. And depending on how crab meat you have will determine on how much broccoli you want to use. You can have as much or as little, which I think that might be a little too much, but I am removing some of it. I don't want that much of the stem because that's usually the firmer piece of the broccoli. So I really just want the broccoli heads. All right, like I said, the water, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but the water is boiling. It's come to a full boil, so now I'm just going to toss these in there. Literally just going to let that boil for a few minutes. Huh? Because it's what's playing on Isla 63. It's a Guam channel. And we like listening to that music too. Huh? There's a wreck? Oh no. Oh. Hey Hermione. You're the Yeah. Did you already grab the mail that was in here? Oh. No, I thought we. No. Are you okay? I was gonna say. I was gonna be very highly disappointed if we didn't have mayonnaise for my crab salad. But if you guys can see, the broccoli is already turning a bright green, and you don't want to boil it for too long because then it's going to become too mushy for the crab salad. But it looks like I already hit my first 10 likes on this live stream. Woohoo! Thank you guys. A lot of the music you're going to hear for this is stuff that you can cha-cha to. Go ahead and drain the broccoli. Broccoli. Someone else is asking what I'm making? So at the moment, I am working on the crab salad, is what I'm making at the moment. But I've got my chicken marinating in teriyaki sauce. So we're gonna have, which that's the reason why I started my live stream just a couple of minutes late, because I was making the rice. But we're gonna have teriyaki chicken, and we're gonna have crab salad. I haven't made crab salad in a while, so I was looking forward to making crab salad. Oh, that's the beeping for my rice. Again, I did use imitation crab meat. You can use real crab meat. I've done real crab meat. I love real crab meat, but specifically for this recipe, I personally prefer the imitation. But all I'm going to do now is chop, make it. And it's okay. I probably should have taken it out like 30 seconds sooner. It is a little bit mushier than I want it to be. And the downside about it is, is that you could have boiled out all of the nutrients out of this. It was really supposed to be like a flash boil of my broccoli. I mean, the stem itself is still a little firm, but the heads of the broccoli, I know, especially for the smaller pieces, are a little softer than I want it to be. But that's okay. It's still going to taste just as good. Oh yeah, I think I did a little too much on the broccoli, babe. It really is gonna be a broccoli crab salad. It's okay, we need our broccoli, right, babe? Yeah, it's a broccoli crab salad. I'm trying to wash up a little bit as I go. All right, so So from here, we are going to add some onion powder, just a little bit of garlic, we're going to add a couple of pinches of salt to start with. Bam. Just give that a gentle mix to try and get some of that seasoning to stick to the crab meat and the broccoli. All right. I'm just opening up my mayonnaise. Do you guys have a preferred mayonnaise that you use? Whether you're making it with, cooking with it. Growing up, it was always about Hellmann's. I've tried other mayonnaise out there, but there are just some things that I have to have my Hellmann's. I don't know, maybe that's about 2 tablespoons so far of mayonnaise. A lot of the times when making this, I don't have exact measurements. It's eyeballing it, it's tasting it, which when you cook often enough, that's pretty much what you're doing, right? Hey, Invalid. Good afternoon. Thank you for popping in. All right, I know I'm going to want to add a little bit more. You're like, that's not a little bit. How are you doing? How is your Saturday afternoon going so far? Here in Texas, we're cold again. We were just in the 80s yesterday and the day before, and we're in another cold front. What is it outside right now? Oh, my hubby stepped outside. It's cold, that's for sure. All right, let's try a little bit. Yummy. So there you have your crab salad. You can add, I know it's basic, but it's yummy. With a little bit of seasoning, you can add more to it, but that's pretty much the gist of making crab salad. This is gonna go in the fridge. You want to try some before I put it in the fridge? Or do you want to try a little bit before I pop it in the fridge? Trying to see which pot to use.
Don't have a pot to piss in. Watch your profanity.
Watch your profanity. Good? Can you cover it and put it in the fridge for me, please? You're busy. Oh, shit. Excuse you. Watch your profanity. I forgot that was on over there. Not on, but it was still hot.
Toasted.
I grazed my thumb, so be careful when y'all are cooking. Right now I'm turning on my stove to start cooking the teriyaki chicken.
Put it right on the one side.
No, it's up there. That's why I did that.
Oh,
It's the one up at the top.
no. I see.
I saw that. I didn't see anything? Okay. You're hungry now? What?
I got the luncheon, right?
Yeah.
No, I said, man,
I believe you in 2 weeks.
Lame yesterday.
Really?
the 29th.
Today's only the 10th.
The 30th, 31st. That's 12 days.
12
Mm.
days of Christmas, my Christmas.
Ham salad. Crab salad.
Ham salad. I don't know if I've ever tried ham salad.
Spam salad.
Is it made the same way? So instead of crab meat, it's ham and broccoli and mayo.
Spam I am.
That's how you know my pot is ready, is because I just gave it a quick rinse. But once all the water droplets in there are gone, that's pretty much means my pan is ready. And crab salad. Yes, that is the better way. Crab salad. Like I said, I used just 1 pack of this with the imitation crab meat and just a small of the snack version of the crab meat, because I have no problem with leftovers. My hubby, that's my hubby's hand. My hubby is not big on leftovers. He doesn't mind, pizza and turkey or ham for Thanksgiving or Christmas type leftovers, but
I'm not big on leftovers. I'm not big on buffets. I'm not big on leftovers.
he's my picky eater. My kids weren't picky eaters, thank goodness. As they got older, that's a little different, but when they were younger, my picky baby was my hubby.
I'm not sure. I just want red meat.
Yeah.
Red meat.
Where's my
You just cook me steak all the time.
olive oil? Can you pass me my olive oil? Did I bring it out already? All right, almost all the water droplets are gone. So I'm just going to put just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's like a teaspoon. Spread that around. It's still on Isla, right?
Yep. This is fair. She's saying tomorrow. I think.
Sorry for shaking it up there, guys. She's singing in Chamorro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Again, Chamorro is our native language in our beautiful, beautiful tiny island in the South Pacific. Half a day!
Well, technically not in the South Pacific. Technically it's still in the North Pacific. But it's Pacific.
We're closer to the equator.
But you're north of the equator.
We're still in the South Pacific.
The southern,
Don't tell me where my...
the south of the North Pacific.
So I am just sauteing the onions for a few minutes. And then from there, just to where it's starting to become a little bit translucent. Right now my heat is just a little above medium.
The heat is on.
Then I'm going to add some minced garlic. Garlic's good for you. You don't want to wait too long once you add the garlic, or else you're going to burn them. Alright, let's go ahead and start adding our chicken. Getting started with our teriyaki chicken that's been marinating. How long have I been streaming? For at least 30 minutes. So I'm going to grab the ones from the bottom first. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit towards a little bit more medium high. Like I said, I'm trying to grab it from the bottom. I lined the outside of the pot first because that's the center of the pot is the hottest. So yeah. Blue light. What is that supposed to be? Is that like a secret word or something? Oops. And I am going to leave it uncovered because as it's cooking, some of that sauce is going to be evaporating, which is fine because we definitely want to make sure we get some of that cook on the chicken. But I do have some fresh marinade. When I originally made it, before I started adding the chicken to the marinade in the bowl, I put some aside. So as the sauce starts to evaporate, because there's water in there that was mixed, there's vinegar, I can add some more if necessary. What? Ah, it smells so good. Already smelling that. What is the blue light? Huh?
Hello.
Ami Omega EAN is spam. Måste vara Dadden Station Tomorrow. DUAN. Tesla 63.
The steam is actually going towards my phone. Can you guys smell that? Hey, Chevy. Good afternoon, Hump Day. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. How's it going? Right now, I've had my chicken that was marinated in teriyaki sauce marinade. And now I'm just cooking it out. But it is a skinless, boneless thighs. I personally prefer dark meat. They're just more tender, more flavorful. So I know it's healthier to go with the white meat, but no, not this time. No chicken wings this time. I considered that, but I was like, no, I did that for one of the last times that I was cooking meat. So, this is teriyaki chicken. It's something that I haven't cooked in quite a while. So, Hey Corey, good afternoon. Thank you for joining. I am in the process of cooking up my teriyaki chicken. It was marinating in teriyaki sauce that was mixed with vinegar, some seasoning, and just a pinch of brown sugar. So we're going to be eating this with rice, and I also made crab salad. That was the before I started cooking this, that's what I was putting together. Chopping up some imitation crab meat, broccoli, some seasoning, and mayonnaise. Do you guys have a preferred mayonnaise? In my household, it's been Hellman's. My hubby grew up, I think he used Hellman's too, but his family uses Duke's, which that's a little bit more like, what's that other mayonnaise? Can't remember the name of that other mayonnaise. But Duke's is a little bit like that. I know once my husband comes back inside, he'll know. But are you out there working? Miracle Whip. I thought so. That was the name of it, Miracle Whip. That's what Duke's is more like. So right now I did turn up the heat because I want to cook the chicken down. And I want to cook a lot of the sauce out. And again, like I said, I do have some extra fresh marinade just in case a lot of the sauce cooks out faster than I thought it would. But this was the teriyaki. It's the same brand that I use for my regular soy sauce. Can you guys hear the music? How's it going out there if you're working? How's it been? After I'm done cooking and we eat, then we're going to get out and work out there late afternoon and into the evening. I might not have to add any fresh marinade. Oh my goodness. It smells so good. What is this one? Is it all over here now? What time is it? No, GigLife. I just stay sideways, slow as all get out. Aw. I just finished my eye exam, got a new prescription, Corey says. Now I'm just waiting for orders. Uh-oh, new prescriptions as in stronger glasses? You needed stronger? Babe, you know you're making coffee, right? Okay, just making sure. It's Ethan? You got the progressive lens? Cool. It's the downside about staring at our phones and the laptops or iPads too much. It definitely affects our vision. I know when I worked at the bank, because we stare at the computer screens, and then even once we went a little bit, we went uh, tellerless, and we taught customers to be more digital. But anyways, we were still using our laptops a lot. So I know, so I worked at a bank for almost 6 years, and in that time I know my vision was affected because of staring at the computer screen a lot. I'm gonna let it cook still on a medium high for about 3 more minutes, and then I'm gonna lower down the heat and then let it simmer for about another 5 minutes, and then we should be good. That was the other reason, other than putting them into strips, to help soak up the marinade a little faster. Um, but it helps to cook it faster as well when they're in smaller pieces. Single vision isn't cutting it. That's probably what my hubby's gonna need, right? That's, babe. I mean, he's got eagle eye vision for um, what do you call that? For distance, but close up, not anymore. Even myself, I used to have 15-20 vision, and now I'm just your average 20-20. Otherwise, my eyes seem to be pretty healthy. Just need to get dilation test. Ah, yeah. All right, putting it back down to about medium or a little lower than medium. Well, that's why it's looking like that. That's actually a piece of bone. So much for it being boneless. I was wondering why it just kept sticking up like that.
Papa Day, Todo Malik, how are you? One's favorite. This was 63.
All right, let's try a small piece. Yes, that's hot. Hot. Oh my goodness. Big Chaggy? If you guys want to know what Chaggy means, try. So go over to a friend's house. They happen to be from Guam. If you hear them say Chaggy fan, they're asking you if you want to try it or taste it. Oh, so delicious. some of these bigger pieces, I want to make sure that they are fully cooked. Baby, you don't want to come try it? I can put a small piece aside for you. There. Put a small piece for you. It's delicious. I toot my own horn.
It's good mouth watering.
But there's the crab salad. I had it sitting in the fridge after I was done making it. But there's the crab salad. Yummy! Imitation crab meat, seasoning, broccoli, and mayonnaise. Oh, I love me some crab salad. Hey, Life is Hard. Cassandra, how's it going? So I'm pretty much just finished making teriyaki chicken. My hubby gave me the thumbs up. And then I also made some crab salad, which this was also made as part of the live stream. And then I also have rice. Hey, Kaden. That's right, chicken. My favorite meat is chicken. I know my hubby's like, blasphemy. His favorite is beef, steak to be exact. Which, I love steak. Don't get me wrong. I grew up eating chicken in so many different ways. But that hasn't stopped me from loving me some chicken. So, there's still a lot of sauce in here. And you can take some of that sauce and drizzle it on your rice to get a little bit more flavor on your rice. There's some sauteed onions in there and minced garlic. So there's that. And then we're going to have some crab salad. And that's what's for lunch today. It's actually a late lunch, part of our early dinner. So we got just regular white rice, which I did drizzle some of the sauce from cooking the chicken, teriyaki chicken, and yummy crab salad. What do you guys think? If you guys try this, you gotta let me know what you guys think about it. But like I said, especially with the crab salad, very easy to make, so yummy. But let's try it now. My hair is standing up on this side. What the heck? Don't mind my hair. Oh, wait a minute. We hit 20 likes. Yay! Thank you guys so much. All right. Some crab salad. Cheers. Look at that. I thought maybe the broccoli was going to be a little overpowering, but nope. Not too much mayo. That's one thing that I sometimes can do when I'm making something with mayonnaise, because I do love mayonnaise. is that I might add a little too much, but all right, now some chicken. There's some chicken. Get a little bit of rice. Yummy. Hey, Robert. Half a day, welcome in. I'm just showing what I finished making. Teriyaki chicken, rice, and crab salad. Rewind, rewind. And you'll see how I did the marinade for the chicken and how I did the crab salad. But why isn't it playing? But thank you guys so much for being here. Please come back and see what else I do with my channel, from cooking, crafting, traveling, and gig work. Go and watch, especially if you're new to my channel, go and watch any of my previous live streams, or even my regular long form videos. I appreciate that for supporting my channel. But again, that's what we are having for lunch. So we're going to go and enjoy this now. Everybody, please enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Again, like I said, come back and see me now. Until then, stay safe. Make that money. To my fellow gig workers out there. Working. We're going to be working. After we're done eating, we're going to rest, and then we're going to get out there to work a late afternoon into the evening. But y'all stay safe. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Adios for now. One last look at the plate. Don't forget to smash that like button on the way out. Thank you, guys. See you, Smasi. Thank you. It tastes